When wrestling fans argue about the best year in WWE history, one year comes up again and again. Not 1987 with Hogan versus Andre. Not 1997 when the Attitude Era exploded. Not even 2014 with Daniel Bryan's Miracle Run. We're talking about the year 2000. Because in 2000, WWE wasn't just good, it wasn't just popular, it was untouchable. This was the year when almost every single part of the show mattered. From the main event all the way down to the hardcore division, every character had a purpose. Every storyline connected. And the roster, maybe the deepest WWE has ever had. So let's turn back the clock and see why the year 2000 is still remembered as the peak of WWE. To understand why 2000 was so special, you have to start with what it didn't have: Stone Cold Steve Austin. After years of carrying WWE on his back, Austin was gone for most of the year recovering from neck surgery. For the first time since 1997, the company didn't have its biggest star. And yet, instead of collapsing, WWE thrived. That's because one man stepped up: The Rock. Already a star, 2000 was the year The Rock became the guy. His charisma, his promos, his catchphrases. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand every single night. He won the Royal Rumble, headlined WrestleMania, and carried pay-per-view after pay-per-view as the face of the company. While Austin was the anti-authority rebel, The Rock brought Hollywood swagger. He wasn't just filling a role, he was building his own legacy. By the end of 2000, The Rock wasn't just a wrestling superstar. He was a mainstream celebrity, laying the foundation for the movie career that would make him one of the most famous people on the planet. But a hero is only as good as the villain he fights. And in 2000, WWE had the perfect one: Triple H. Gone was the goofy DX prankster. In his place stood a cold, ruthless, calculating heel who called himself The Game. Triple H started the year by ending Mick Foley's career inside Hell in a Cell, a brutal match that proved he belonged at the very top. From there, he became the centerpiece of WWE's storylines, using the McMahon-Helmsley faction and his marriage to Stephanie to dominate Raw every single week. His matches with The Rock, Jericho, and Kurt Angle made him the most hated man in wrestling. And by the time Austin returned at the end of the year, Triple H wasn't just a main eventer. He was the main villain of the entire company. But while The Rock and Triple H were defining themselves as the faces of the company, someone brand new was stealing the spotlight. Kurt Angle. He debuted in late '99, and within 12 months, he did it all. European champion, Intercontinental champion, King of the Ring winner, and then by October, WWE champion. That's not just a good rookie year. That's the single greatest rookie year in WWE history. Angle wasn't just a machine in the ring, although he was already one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. He also had the comedy, the arrogance, and the charisma to be the perfect heel. Whether it was his love triangle with Stephanie, his goofy skits with Edge and Christian, or his classics against The Rock and Jericho, Kurt Angle looked like he'd been wrestling on TV for a decade. By the end of 2000, Angle wasn't a rookie anymore. He was a star. Even legends were reinventing themselves. After nearly a decade as the Dead Man, The Undertaker came back with a brand new look. At Judgment Day, he roared into the arena on a motorcycle, leather jacket, bandana, and Kid Rock blasting through the speakers. The American Badass era was born. This Undertaker felt different, more human, more gritty, and perfect for the Attitude Era's rebellious vibe. And whether he was battling Angle, feuding with Kane, or joining the chaos of the six-man Hell in a Cell at Armageddon, he reminded fans why he was one of WWE's cornerstones. And then there were the tag teams. 2000 gave us some of the most insane, groundbreaking matches in WWE history. The Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, three teams who completely changed what tag team wrestling could be. Their triangle ladder match at WrestleMania and the first ever TLC match at SummerSlam weren't just highlights of the year. They redefined wrestling. Jeff Hardy's death-defying dives, Bubba Ray crashing through tables, Edge spearing Jeff Hardy out of midair from the top of a ladder. These were moments that fans will never forget. For once, tag team wrestling wasn't filler. It was a must-see. What really made 2000 special wasn't just the main eventers or the tag teams. It was how deep the roster was. Chris Jericho, finally finding his stride as Y2J. Chris Benoit delivering technical classics every week. Eddie Guerrero coming into his own with the Latino Heat persona. Lita and Trish Stratus beginning to reshape the women's division. Even the hardcore title scene, with its 24/7 chaos and wild backstage brawls, gave fans something to look forward to. There were no wasted segments, no throwaway matches. Everyone felt important. The year was also loaded with drama and unforgettable storylines. The McMahon-Helmsley regime controlling WWE. The mystery of who ran down Stone Cold. The Triple H Kurt Angle Stephanie Love triangle. And the Armageddon Hell in a Cell. A chaotic war with 6 of WWE's biggest stars battling inside one cage. It wasn't just matches. It was soap opera-level storytelling mixed with violent, unpredictable action. The perfect recipe for peak Attitude Era. So why does 2000 stand out, even decades later? Because it was the year WWE had everything firing at once. A megastar babyface in The Rock. A truly despised heel in Triple H. A rookie phenom in Kurt Angle. A reinvented Undertaker. A tag team revolution. A stacked mid-card. And storylines that fans still talk about today. From start to finish, WWE in 2000 was the perfect storm of talent, creativity, and momentum. And while WWE has had amazing years since, many fans still believe the year 2000 was the greatest year in WWE history. But what about you? Was 2000 the peak? Or does another year deserve that crown? Let's hear it in the comments.